Today, payments, you want to make it as seamless and almost non-existent as possible. You should not be thinking about your payments. When you're, for example, buying something or going for an experience, payments is almost like an intrusion into that experience. It should happen automatically, it should happen below the surface. That's when the experience becomes very seamless and beautiful. So what that does also is it pushes your payment brand more into the background by design, right? Therefore, how do we as a brand make sure that we don't get commoditized and still show up fairly prominently? So that's what we do is we try to get into spaces, these 10 passion points, as I said, to show up, to create and curate experiences for people. And that's what will really start getting the brand its rightful recognition and the association with all things positive for them. In fact, I keep saying in a little provocative way that the way we know advertising today is dead. The future is all going to be about experiential marketing. Now with all the ad blocks and with the migration towards ad-free environments and so on and so forth, it's imperative we need to have alternate ways of showing up and generating the brand awareness and the brand visibility and the brand impressions and so on. And so from that perspective, it's all about experiences as far as Mastercard is concerned. And these experiences, because they are very unique, they're very different, they would also distinguish the brand and ensure that it doesn't get commoditized. First and foremost, when you look at the recognition of Mastercard logo around the world, even without the name Mastercard written, the two circles in red and yellow, they're recognized world over by more than 80% of the people. So I have the luxury, therefore, of dropping the name and not lose my identity. On the other hand, what is the purpose of doing it is, A, we want to start de-emphasizing cards per se, because Mastercard is so much more broader than just a cards company or a cards enablement company. Second, in a digital environment, when the screen sizes become smaller and smaller, the space available for branding is very low. So not having a name and just having the symbol makes it much more adaptable and versatile into various environments without standing out and making you wonder, what is this brand doing in this kind of a context? So it's a much more natural fitment, and it looks more contemporary, more modern. And I guess in the overall marketing sphere, you can count on two hands literally how many brands are there as symbol brands, and we feel very fortunate that we have been able to transition to one without losing any of our recognition and identity. Sonic branding is something which I feel very proud of what we have done so far. First and foremost, it has to be clearly giving an additional layer of identity for my brand. It has to give an additional layer of character and value to my brand in a measurable, quantified fashion. Number two, eventually what we are talking about is in an environment where there is no visual real estate, like you're talking about smart speakers or Internet of Things, when you're talking to your dishwasher or your refrigerator and getting things reordered, or if you're in a connected car, I want to make sure that my brand shows up in those environments in a very nice, pleasant way, not in an annoying or an interruptive kind of a fashion. When that becomes ubiquitous, that's going to be huge for my brand, because for us, the moment of truth is when you're making a purchase. So before, during, and after, if I'm present in an effective fashion, that's when my sales will go up. That's when the share of wallet goes up. Enter a magnificent field called marketing. Probably the only field where your right brain and left brain are equally leveraged beautifully. And really, I think it's one of those most glamorous kind of functions, I would say, where you get to see the world, you get to meet people, and you get to see the work that you have created right in front of you in the real world. Not too many functions will give you that kind of fulfillment and that kind of gratification. It is all about also purpose. Now, as a marketing community, we actually spend almost $1 trillion plus every year. That's a lot of money, and we shape and influence culture. So if that is done in a purposeful fashion, you are actually shaping the society. I don't think there is any other function which will really give you that kind of a platform to shape the world